Well, we live in this wonderful nation that embraces historical amnesia. Nothing ever makes sense. People who carry out acts of terrorism are incomprehensible to us. We certify them as incomprehensible, and once we certify them as incomprehensible, therefore all investigation into what drove them to carry out these acts, which are criminal acts, are irrelevant. And that's extremely dangerous. Al-Qaeda was created through American money, which was funneled through the ISI, the Pakistani intelligence service, during the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan. They starved secular movements, and the ISI gave money to radical groups because for Pakistan the issue is India. And they knew that a radical Islamist movement, armed movement, was never going to make peace with Delhi. And that's all they've cared about, that's all they've ever cared about. And so it was our money that created these organizations. When Iraq invaded Kuwait and occupied Kuwait, Osama bin Laden asked the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, he's a Saudi citizen, of course, or was till they took it away from him, to come back and help organize the defense. Instead, we began at that moment to see massive military occupation by the United States, not just in Saudi Arabia, but ultimately throughout the Middle East, occupying directly two countries, Iraq and Afghanistan, carrying out proxy wars in Yemen and Pakistan, but also putting bases, scattering bases all throughout the region. And the fundamental engine towards jihadism and towards terrorism, ultimately, is not Al-Qaeda. It is the occupation of the Middle East. And I speak as someone who spent 7 years in the Middle East. I was the Middle East bureau chief for the New York Times. This is readily apparent to those of us who were on the ground in the region at the time. But to even raise this as an issue as part of the debate is suddenly to be painted as some kind of a political extremist.
Enjoy GRITtv? Want more people to see it? Well, we are making our program available free to public television stations coast to coast. If you would like to see our show on your local public television station, please give them a call and ask for GRITtv with Laura Flanders. Thanks.